My child, my beloved, listen closely. Something is shifting in the atmosphere around you. Today is not like any other day. The clock is ticking toward a divine appointment, and at exactly 9 p.m., the heavens are opening with a decree that carries your name. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold, his voice echoing through realms seen and unseen, declaring a financial shock of blessing that will find you, right where you are, in the ordinary moments of your life. This is not a distant promise. This is not a vague hope. This is a living word, pulsing with urgency, written for you in the scrolls of heaven. You may have felt overlooked, passed by, or forgotten in the rush of days and the noise of needs. But tonight, the ordinary is about to be interrupted by the extraordinary. The routine of your evening, the familiar rhythm of your day, is about to collide with a miracle that cannot be explained by logic or effort. At 9 p.m., the decree is set. The gavel has already fallen in the courts above. The angels are moving, and Michael himself is assigned to your case. You are not just a bystander. You are the chosen recipient of this sudden release. Stay with me now. Do not let your heart wander or your mind drift. There is a reason you are hearing this message at this exact moment. Heaven's timing is never random. Every second is counted, every detail woven with purpose. The world may say, it's just another evening, but the Spirit says, this is the hour of your visitation. The difference between delay and acceleration, between lack and overflow, is being decided in this very window of time. The decree is not just for anyone, it is for you, the one who has waited, the one who has hoped, the one who has pressed on through silent nights and unseen battles. Can you sense the shift? The air is charged with anticipation. The ordinary walls of your room are glowing with the light of expectation. Michael's sword flashes with promise, and the scroll in his hand bears your name, written in fire. This is not a general blessing. This is a targeted release, a financial shock that will leave you in awe. At 9 p.m., the unseen will become seen. The hidden will be revealed. The account that seemed empty will overflow. The door that felt locked will swing wide. The moment you have prayed for, the breakthrough you have whispered about in the quiet, is being announced from the throne room itself. Stay with me, because the next few moments are the key to unlocking what has been reserved for you. There is a hidden reason why this decree is being released now, why the timing is so precise, why the urgency is so strong. The heavens are aligning, and the angels are on assignment. Michael is not just delivering a message, he is enforcing a verdict. The ordinary is giving way to the extraordinary, and you are standing at the threshold of a miracle that will mark your life forever. Do not turn away. Do not let doubt steal this moment. The decree is alive, and it is moving toward you even now. As the clock moves closer to 9 p.m., let your heart stay open, your spirit stay expectant, and your faith stay anchored. What comes next will reveal the hidden reason behind this urgent announcement, and the fullness of the blessing that has your name written upon it. You are not here by accident. Out of all the souls on earth, your name has been called, your spirit has been summoned, and your presence in this moment is no coincidence. Heaven's scrolls are unrolled, and there, in letters of living light, your name shines. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are handpicked, chosen for a transfer that only you can receive. The angels have seen your journey, the silent tears, the quiet prayers, the moments when you wondered if anyone noticed your faithfulness. Heaven noticed. Michael noticed. The King himself has written your name in the book of favor. You may have felt invisible, standing in the shadows while others seemed to move forward. You may have watched doors open for others, while your own remained closed. But today, the story changes. The overlooked becomes the overcomer. The forgotten becomes the favored. The scrolls of heaven are not written in ink that fades, but in fire that endures. Your name is not penciled in, it is engraved, sealed, and illuminated for all of heaven to see. You are the chosen recipient of this decree, the one for whom the angels have been dispatched, the one for whom the courtroom of heaven has convened. There is a reason you are hearing this now. The opposition has tried to block your blessing, to cloud your vision, to convince you that you are just another face in the crowd. But the truth is, you are the one the enemy fears, the one destiny cannot ignore. Every delay, every disappointment, every closed door was not a sign of rejection, but a setup for this very moment. The forces that tried to keep you small are now witnessing your elevation. The chains that tried to hold you back are breaking in the presence of your name being spoken in the courts above. You are not just a number. You are not just a voice lost in the noise. You are the chosen one, the recipient of a heavenly transfer that will shift the atmosphere around you. The scrolls are open, the light is shining, and your identity is being affirmed by the highest authority. Michael stands beside you, his sword drawn, his eyes blazing with purpose. He knows your story. He knows your battles. He knows the cost of your faith. And now, he stands as your defender, your witness, your messenger of breakthrough. Stay with me, because the opposition that tried to block you is about to see you rise. The very forces that whispered, "Not you," are about to watch as heaven says, "Yes, you." The transfer is not random. The blessing is not generic. It is personal, precise, and powerful. You are the chosen recipient, and nothing can stop what heaven has set in motion. The next moment will reveal the battle that has raged for your breakthrough, and how every obstacle is about to become a stepping stone to your destiny. For too long, you have felt the weight of invisible resistance pressing against your progress. There have been days when every step forward seemed to meet a wall, when every hope for abundance was met with another delay. Forces of lack and limitation have circled your promise, whispering that breakthrough is for others, not for you. But what you could not see was the battle raging in the unseen, a war for your abundance, a struggle for your release. The enemy has tried to convince you that disappointment is your destiny, that closed doors are your portion, that the silence of heaven means you have been forgotten. But the truth is, every disappointment was a setup for a greater reversal. You have walked through seasons where prayers felt unanswered, where your faith was tested in the fire of waiting. You have watched as others received what you longed for, and you wondered if your time would ever come. The night seemed endless, the shadows deep, and the voice of lack tried to drown out the promise of more. But even in the silence, heaven was moving. Even in the waiting, angels were fighting. Every tear you cried, every hope you held, every time you chose to believe when it made no sense, these were the weapons that turned the tide in your favor. The forces of delay have done their best to hold you back, to keep you in a cycle of almost but not yet. But today, the tide is turning. The chains of lack are breaking. The grip of disappointment is loosening. The very things that tried to stop you are about to witness your acceleration. The night is giving way to dawn. The season of waiting is shifting into a season of sudden release. The battle for your breakthrough has reached its climax, and heaven is declaring, enough. You are not alone in this fight. Archangel Michael has stood guard over your promise, sword drawn, defending your destiny from every accusation, every lie, every delay. The courtroom of heaven is being prepared, and your case is about to be heard. The scrolls are being unrolled, the evidence of your faithfulness is being presented, and the gavel is ready to fall in your favor. The forces that warred against your abundance are about to be silenced by the decree of the King. Stay with me, because the next moment is the turning point. The courtroom of heaven is opening, and your breakthrough is about to be decided. What was once a battle will become a victory. What was once a delay will become a divine acceleration. The doors that were closed are about to swing wide, and the verdict that changes everything is about to be announced. The moment has come. The doors of the heavenly courtroom swing wide, and you are ushered into a realm where every detail of your life is known, every hope is weighed, and every promise is remembered. The air is alive with the sound of angelic voices, their wings shimmering with light, their eyes fixed on the proceedings. At the center stands the throne, radiant with glory, and before it, the great gavel rests, ready to strike, ready to settle what has been contested for so long. You stand, not alone, but surrounded by witnesses. The scrolls of your life are unrolled, each page glowing with the record of your faith, your prayers, your perseverance. Every moment you chose hope over despair, every time you forgave, every act of kindness, every silent sacrifice, it is all written here, in ink that cannot fade. The accuser's voice tries to rise, listing every failure, every delay, every reason you should be denied. But as the accusations echo, a greater voice answers. Archangel Michael steps forward, his presence commanding, his armor gleaming with the fire of heaven. He stands in your defense, sword drawn, eyes blazing with unwavering purpose. He speaks not just as a messenger, but as your advocate. This one is chosen. This one is covered. This one is marked for favor. The accusations begin to lose their power, dissolving in the light of truth. Where the enemy points to your past, Michael points to your promise. Where the accuser lists your mistakes, Michael declares your destiny. The scales are set before the throne, and for a moment, the weight of accusation seems heavy. But then, the evidence of your faithfulness is placed on the other side, your prayers, your persistence, your trust in the unseen. Slowly, the scales begin to tip. The courtroom watches as the balance shifts, as the weight of grace outweighs the weight of guilt. The king's eyes are kind, his gaze unwavering. He sees you, truly sees you, and in that seeing, every lie loses its hold. The gavel is lifted, and the sound of anticipation fills the room. Angels lean in, the scrolls flutter in a holy wind, and Michael stands ready to enforce the verdict. The contrast is clear, accusation is silenced by advocacy, shame is replaced by honor, and delay is overtaken by acceleration. The courtroom is not a place of fear, but a place of justice, a place where the truth of your identity is revealed and sealed. You sense the shift. The atmosphere changes as the final seal is prepared. The king's decree is about to be spoken, a verdict that will echo through every area of your life. The blessing that has been held back is about to be released. The doors that were closed are about to open. The chains that bound you are about to fall. The courtroom of heaven is not just a vision, it is the turning point, the place where your story is rewritten, where your destiny is affirmed, where your breakthrough is made official. Stay with me, because the verdict is moments away. The gavel is about to fall, the seal is about to be set, and at exactly 9 p.m., everything will change. The next breath you take will carry the promise of a new beginning, and the decree that is coming will mark you with favor that cannot be reversed. The final seal is almost here. Prepare your heart for the verdict that will open the floodgates of blessing. The silence in the courtroom is electric, every angel holding their breath, every scroll trembling with anticipation. The king's eyes meet yours, and in that gaze, you feel the weight of every accusation melt away. The gavel is raised, and in that single, eternal moment, all of heaven leans in. Then, with a sound that shakes both earth and spirit, the gavel falls. The verdict is spoken, not in a whisper, but in a voice that thunders through every realm. You are acquitted. You are favored. Your blessing is released. Light floods the room, brighter than the sun, washing over you in waves of warmth and power. Chains that once held you, chains of lack, of fear, of disappointment, shatter and fall away, clattering to the floor with a finality that cannot be undone. The darkness that lingered at the edges of your hope is driven out by the brilliance of this decree. You are no longer bound by the mistakes of your past or the delays of your yesterday. You are free, you are chosen, you are marked by favor. The angels rejoice, their voices rising in a song of victory. Michael steps forward, his sword lowered in peace, his face radiant with satisfaction. He presents you before the throne, not as a defendant, but as a beloved child, a rightful heir. The king nods, and from his hand, a scroll is released, your scroll, sealed with the mark of approval, inscribed with the details of your breakthrough. This is not just a verdict, it is a declaration that cannot be reversed, a word that will not return void. As the light continues to pour in, you see treasures being brought forward. Keys of gold, shining with promise, are placed in your hands. These are not ordinary keys, they are the keys to new doors, new opportunities, new realms of provision. A crown is set upon your head, not as a symbol of pride, but as a sign of restoration. Where you once felt unworthy, you are now honored. Where you once felt small, you are now elevated. The courtroom witnesses your coronation, and the angels bow in recognition of your new authority. But the blessing does not stop there. From the throne, 3 streams begin to flow, streams of clarity, access, and abundance. The first stream washes over your mind, bringing wisdom and understanding, dissolving confusion and doubt. The second stream opens pathways that were once blocked, granting you access to resources, relationships, and opportunities that were previously out of reach. The third stream overflows with abundance, filling every empty place, saturating your life with more than enough. These streams are not temporary, they are perpetual, sustained by the decree that has just been spoken. You stand in the center of it all, the recipient of a verdict that changes everything. The gavel has fallen, the chains are broken, the light has come. You are acquitted, you are favored, and your financial blessing is released. The courtroom of heaven resounds with celebration, and the decree echoes through every layer of your life. Stay with me, because what comes next is the transfer, the moment when the keys, the crown, and the streams of blessing are placed fully in your hands, and the fullness of your restoration begins to unfold. The moment you have waited for is here. The courtroom of heaven, still radiant with the light of the verdict, now becomes the place of transfer. Angels move with purpose, carrying treasures that have been reserved for you, gifts that no one else can claim, blessings that bear your name alone. The king gestures, and Michael steps forward, holding in his hands the first of heaven's gifts, the keys. These are not ordinary keys. They are forged in the fires of promise, shaped by the prayers you have prayed in secret, and polished by the tears you have shed in faith. Each key glows with a golden light, warm and alive, humming with the energy of new beginnings. Michael places them in your hands, and as your fingers close around them, you feel the weight of old limitations fall away. Doors that were once locked, doors of opportunity, doors of provision, doors of favor, now stand before you, waiting to be opened. Where you once faced walls, you now hold the keys. Where you once heard no, you now hear the invitation to enter. The keys are yours, and with them, the authority to step into places you have only dreamed of. But heaven is not finished. The next gift is a crown, gleaming with the light of restoration. It is not a crown of pride, but of purpose. Michael lifts it high, and as he places it upon your head, you feel the weight of shame and regret lift from your shoulders. The crown fits perfectly, as if it was made for you, because it was. Every place where you felt small, every moment you felt unworthy, every time you doubted your value, is now answered by this crown. You are not just restored, you are honored. You are not just forgiven, you are celebrated. The crown is a sign to every power in heaven and earth that you are chosen, you are royal, you are beloved. As you stand crowned and holding the keys, the king speaks, and from his throne, 3 streams begin to flow. The first stream is clarity. It washes over your mind, sweeping away confusion, fear, and uncertainty. Where there was fog, there is now vision. Where there was doubt, there is now confidence. You see with new eyes, understand with new wisdom, and discern with new depth. The second stream is access. It rushes through every barrier, opening paths that were once closed, making a way where there was no way. Relationships are restored, opportunities appear, and resources flow freely. The third stream is abundance. It pours into every empty place, filling your life with more than enough, more peace, more provision, more joy than you have ever known. The contrast is undeniable. Where you once lived with limitation, you now walk in access. Where you once felt lack, you now experience overflow. The old season of striving and scarcity is over. The new season of ease and abundance has begun. The keys unlock what was hidden. The crown restores what was lost. The streams supply what was lacking. This is not just a moment, it is a movement. Heaven's transfer is not a one-time event, but the beginning of a new way of living. You are not the same as you were before. The courtroom of heaven has marked you, the angels have witnessed your elevation, and the King has declared your restoration. The keys in your hand are a reminder that you have authority. The crown on your head is a sign that you have honor. The streams at your feet are proof that you have access to everything you need. You are no longer defined by what you lacked, but by what you have received. You are no longer limited by what was withheld, but empowered by what has been released. Stay with me, because the transfer is not complete until you activate it. The gifts are in your hands, but the next step is to step forward, to declare, to receive, to walk in what has been given. The moment of activation is coming, the moment when you speak, when you breathe, when you align your heart with heaven's decree. The ritual of declaration is the bridge between what has been released and what you will experience. Prepare your heart, because the next breath, the next word, the next act of faith will unlock the fullness of this transfer. The keys, the crown, and the streams are yours. Now it is time to step into your new reality. Tonight is not just another night. It is the turning point, the moment when everything changes. You have known what it feels like to look at your bank account and see emptiness, to feel the weight of not enough, to wonder if things will ever shift in your favor. The night has been long, and the shadows of lack have lingered, whispering that this is all there is. But as the clock moves closer to 9 p.m., a new light begins to break through. The darkness that once defined your story is giving way to the dawn of overflow. Imagine the contrast. Just hours ago, you may have felt the ache of limitation, the frustration of closed doors, the sting of missed opportunities. You have watched others walk in abundance while you waited in the quiet, holding on to hope when it would have been easier to let go. But tonight, the story is being rewritten. The old chapter of lack is closing, and a new chapter of overflow is opening before your eyes. The transfer from heaven is not just a promise for your spirit, it is a tangible shift that will touch every area of your life, starting with your finances. At 9 p.m., the decree is set in motion. The keys you now hold unlock doors that were once sealed shut. The crown on your head marks you as one who is favored, not forgotten. The streams of clarity, access, and abundance begin to flow, and you feel the difference immediately. Where there was confusion, there is now direction. Where there was blockage, there is now a clear path. Where there was emptiness, there is now overflow. Your bank account, once a source of anxiety, becomes a testimony of heaven's faithfulness. The numbers shift, the balance grows, and you realize that what was impossible yesterday is now your reality. But the overflow does not stop with your finances. Like the first rays of dawn spreading across the sky, the blessing begins to ripple outward. Relationships are restored, hope is rekindled, and opportunities multiply. The peace that comes with provision settles over your home, your mind, your heart. You walk differently, speak differently, dream differently. The old limitations no longer define you. The old labels no longer fit. You are living in the after the breakthrough, after the transfer, after the night has given way to the morning. This is the power of the turning point. It is not just a change in circumstance, it is a change in identity. You are no longer the one who waits in lack. You are the one who walks in overflow. The world may not understand how quickly things have shifted, but you know the truth. Heaven has moved on your behalf. The decree has been spoken. The transfer has been made. The evidence is all around you, and the ripple effect will continue to grow. Stay with me, because the story is not finished yet. The transfer has been released, the overflow has begun, but there is one more step. The activation ritual is coming, the moment when you seal this new reality with your own words, your own faith, your own declaration. At 9 p.m., as the decree is fulfilled, you will have the opportunity to step fully into this overflow, to claim it, to own it, to walk in it every day. The night is over. The dawn is here. The turning point is now, and the next breath you take will carry you into the fullness of all that has been promised. Take a deep breath. Let the air fill your lungs, slow and steady, as if you are inhaling the very light of heaven. Feel the weight of the day begin to lift, the noise of the world growing quiet, and your spirit coming into alignment with the promise that has been spoken over you. This is your moment of activation. This is where the transfer becomes real, where the decree is sealed not just in heaven, but in your heart and in your life. Now, as you exhale, release every doubt, every fear, every lingering thought that says, "This is not for me." Let it go. You are not here by accident. You are not a bystander. You are the chosen recipient, the one for whom the angels have gathered, the one whose name is written in light. With every breath, you are stepping deeper into your new reality. The keys are in your hand. The crown is on your head. The streams of blessing are flowing at your feet. Speak these words with me, out loud or in your heart, and let them anchor your identity. I receive the keys to new doors. I am crowned with restoration and honor. I welcome the streams of clarity, access, and abundance into my life. I am chosen. I am favored. I am ready for overflow. Let these declarations rise from your spirit, not as empty words, but as living truth. Feel the shift as you speak. See the doors opening before you. See the crown shining on your head. See the streams pouring into every area of your life, washing away the old and making all things new. Stay with me. This is not just a ritual, it is a release. As you declare, you are partnering with heaven. As you visualize, you are aligning with the decree. The angels are moving at your words. Michael stands in agreement, his sword raised in victory. The king smiles, seeing your faith, hearing your voice, honoring your courage to believe. Let your heart be still for a moment. Picture your bank account, your home, your relationships, your dreams, see them all touched by the light of this blessing. Imagine the overflow, not just for you, but for everyone connected to you. The mission that follows this activation is greater than you can imagine. You are not just blessed for yourself, you are blessed to be a blessing. The overflow will spill into every corner of your world, bringing hope, healing, and provision wherever you go. Stay with me, because the next step is your commission. The overflow you have received is about to become a river that flows through you to others. The mission is waiting, and your light is needed. The activation is complete, and the journey into overflow is just beginning. You are not meant to walk this path alone. The blessing that has been poured into your life is not just for you. It is a river meant to flow outward, touching everyone you encounter. You are blessed to be a blessing. Where once you felt isolated, set apart by struggle or lack, now you are called into a community of overflow. The abundance you carry is a light that cannot be hidden, a beacon that draws others out of darkness and into hope. Your story is changing lives. The overflow in your bank account, your relationships, your spirit, is a testimony that heaven still moves, that miracles still happen, that the impossible is possible. You are a living example of what happens when someone dares to believe, dares to receive, dares to step into their true identity. The chains that once held you back are now the evidence of your freedom. The doors that once closed in your face are now open for others to follow. You are commissioned now, not just to enjoy the blessing, but to share it. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every gift you give, every prayer you pray, becomes a spark that ignites hope in someone else. The overflow in your life is the answer to someone else's need. You are a carrier of light, a vessel of abundance, a messenger of restoration. The community you are called to is waiting for your story, your generosity, your courage. Stay with me, because the anthem of your life is about to rise. The invitation is not just to receive, but to join a movement of light bearers, those who turn their overflow into rivers of blessing for the world. The final anthem is coming, a declaration that will seal your commission and invite you to step fully into your purpose. The journey does not end here, it multiplies, as your light joins with others, and together, you become a force of hope that cannot be stopped. You are chosen. You are crowned. You are commissioned. Let these words echo in your spirit as you step into the rest of your day, carrying the light of this decree wherever you go. The heavens have spoken, the verdict is sealed, and the overflow is yours, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. You are not who you were before this encounter. You are marked by favor, wrapped in restoration, and sent forth with a mission that only you can fulfill. Feel the rhythm of this anthem in your heart. No more lack. No more delay. No more wondering if you are seen or loved. You are seen. You are loved. You are called by name. The crown on your head is a sign to every power in heaven and earth that you belong to the King. The keys in your hand are proof that new doors are opening, and the streams at your feet are a promise that abundance will never run dry. You are a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope, a carrier of blessing. If this message has resonated with you, I invite you to declare it in the comments below. Speak it out. I am chosen. I am crowned. I am commissioned for overflow. Let your words become a testimony, a ripple of faith that joins with others around the world. If you feel led, subscribe and stay connected, so you never miss a moment of what heaven is releasing. Your journey is just beginning, and your story is a light that will inspire many. Stay in the light. Let the blessing you have received shine through every word, every action, every dream. The prophecy is sealed, the anthem is sung, and the invitation is open. You are chosen, crowned, and commissioned. Walk in it. Shine in it. And remember, you are never alone. The light goes before you, surrounds you, and flows through you, now and always.